actually. Let me hop off screen for 1 second.
Well,
Here we
asking
go.
you shall receive. Look at this.
I love it. In the meantime, I shall have another Cheeto.
So the post-production team reached out to me, and they were doing like the editors and VFX artists and stuff like that, saying that they would like to commission me to do wrap gifts for everyone involved. So I
The one and only Judo Master from Peacemaker is here. Nully, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome him aboard while Kid Cadet gets squared away. No, it is so good to have you here, my friend. Thank you.
Hey,
Welcome
how's it
aboard.
going?
Dude, it is
Thank you
going
so much.
great. And I'm sorry we didn't shower you with Flaming Hot Cheetos like I'm sure that you are He's like, if I have to see another bag of Cheetos, we're going to have a problem.
Yeah, I feel like when I step outside, I'll be bombarded with
Bombarded. Already people, when we mentioned this interview, people were already saying, I want him to come to this convention so he can sign my bag of Cheetos. And so I think we're going to have to find him a pen that can work on the chip bag. Oh, well, there we go. Looks like we had a little technical snafu, but he's back. He's back. Good. I was just saying that people wanted you to sign their Cheetos bags. Have you already? Have you signed a few Cheetos bags already?
No, not yet. But whenever I'm out with friends and I see Cheetos, they always say, "Hey, look."
You're like, "Hey, I got it. I hate them."
Like, oh yeah, that, yeah. I mean, I feel like that might stay with me for the rest of my life, but I'm okay with that.
Now, obviously, you're known for like JudoMasters' love of hot Cheetos, but what is your snack of choice? What is your favorite junk food or anything? No wrong answer.
So when I auditioned for this role, I was eating my favorite chips, which were the salt and vinegar chips. Because in the script, it just said any chips, and then when we got to set, James was like, "We're gonna do Flaming Hot Cheetos for the whole show." And it turns out that that's his favorite chip, so that's why he chose that.
Of course, of course. And did he provide some Pepto-Bismol, I hope, and some Tums? Good God.
So the secret is those weren't Flaming Hot Cheetos.
Like
Yeah.
regular Cheetos.
They were regular
love you for
Cheetos
that.
that were.
I love it.
Hello.
Hi,
Welcome back.
So I don't know what happened. I started and then I could hear the show at the same time we're doing the show. I totally apologize. That is
No worries. We were just talking about
happened.
Cheetos and how Nutt's favorite snack is actually salt and vinegar, he was saying.
Salt
and
and
that
vinegar.
Originally when he showed up on set, James was like, hey, we're going to do Flaming Cheetos. And he was like, okay. But then he just revealed a big Easter egg. And he said, inside the bag, they weren't actually Flaming Hot Cheetos. Because how could you eat that and talk? Like, come on.
Yeah, that would be rough. So they were regular Cheetos that were colored with, I think, like paprika or something to make it look flaming hot.
I love it.
So I didn't suffer too much on set.
You deserve that. You had to eat probably like, they're like, we need a retake. Everything was fine except you eating the Cheetos.
Yeah.
And you crunch a little harder on this one. We had a crackle on audio. We did.
Well, I've never had a Flaming Hot Cheeto, and so I figured this is the moment with the two of you guys.
When in Rome, let's do it.
Okay. It's pretty good. I enjoy it. It's not bad.
In Los Angeles, a lot of people are huge fans of elote, which is like street corn. And they make tons of variations with Flaming Hot Cheetos are like a huge thing. Like it's always in the bag. Like when you go to get your elote, they always make you want the Cheetos because they're always there. So it's like it's become a staple of elote and Mexican cuisine on the streets of Los Angeles.
What is
so
that?
Good.
I don't think I've ever had that either. It's street corn.
Elote is like basically, I want to say it's kind of like butter, mayonnaise, and corn just kind of mashed up into a bowl. So it's like a bowl. They kind of peel it right off the corn on the cob. And they get all the individual corn, and then you could put it on a baked potato. You could put it on tacos. You could put it on nachos, or you could just eat it straight. It's really good. It's really good.
This show always makes me too hungry.
And
what
they
were we saying?
Crush up like Flaming Hot Cheetos on it. Just adds the extra kick. It's so good.
It's bomb.
It's bomb. Well, we were gonna start the show, and I don't know whether Josh did this in my moments of my weird.
Oh, I saved the top
issues.
one for you. Don't worry.
Okay, I appreciate that. So now I wanted to mention one of the things that was on your Instagram, and now it's on your story, was you did a word of the day. So I found a word. I have never used it before. I'm not sure whether y'all have before either, but I would say our word of the day: bumfuzzle. Does anyone know what bumfuzzle means?
Bumfuzzle.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Right, yeah. Help us out here.
I think it would be, I was bumfuzzled at the idea of giving my money to someone who was rich.
That would work. Or I'm completely bumfuzzled as to why my computer had a major malfunction as we went live. So bumfuzzled, as I learned today, means confused or perplexed.
Bumfuzzled.
So, bumfuzzle.
You know, next interview I do, I'm going to try to incorporate that word.
You say, I'm bumfuzzled by my appearance here the last time, right? Yeah, B-U-M-F-U.
Yeah, I'm writing it down right now.
Oh, perfect. Oh, it's all yours. All yours. We
like,
love
this is compliments of Kid Cadet.
Yes. Woohoo! Okay, so going back to, you know, we were talking about the Flaming Hot Cheetos, obviously, but one of the things that I always find to be really difficult in shooting, you know, scenes like the ones that you got to do is continuity. So what would you say was like the hardest continuity thing or challenge that you had to deal with when filming, if there was any?
I think it would be the size of the Cheetos that I was eating. Because you know, like
important.
big, like major things, like, oh, the weapon is on your left hand or right hand. Like, we have an amazing script supervisor, Ingrid, who does all that kind of stuff. But like little details, like, you know, the size of the chip was like all on me. So before we would take, I'd like search for like the right size and, you know, hold it up. So that part, I think I managed.
We never saw an incorrect, out of continuity Cheeto. They were all correctly sized, looking like an ogre's toe. You know, those are the good ones. The ones you pull out, they're like just a big old ogre toe. I mean, yeah, sometimes
I'll have a Cheeto to that.
Yeah,
I recommend trying it over sprinkle too. I recommend. So, you have obviously trained in martial arts and other things, and because your work on the show was incredible. I mean, I think you released one of those training videos almost of like what it goes through to, you know, choreograph one of these fights, and it is a lot. What is one of your favorite memories of working this season, doing some of the fight choreography? What are the choreographers? Where are they from?
It was a team from Vancouver. And they are so great up there. I think one of my favorite fights was the last one with Harcourt, where I did that with Jen Holland, and we were both like so eager to get into it, because in the span between episode 4 and 7, there was 5 and 6 that I wasn't in, so I was just, you know, sitting in my apartment in Vancouver doing nothing. And then when 7 came up, we like started training, and Jen and I were like, yeah, let's do this, you know. And we were like both super hard workers, and she has an amazing dance background, so it was like really great to work the choreography with her. And like she's one of those people who like are not satisfied until it's correct, and I'm like that, so we like kept drilling it and drilling it. So yeah, that fight turned out super well. So I'm glad the fans have been receiving it pretty well.
Oh yeah, big time. And obviously, like that was such a pinnacle moment in the series. But one of the other things we want to mention was you did give a shout out to one of the stuntmen. I believe his name was Derek. And so I wanted to know your experience getting to work with Derek, and was that surreal seeing somebody else in the Judo Master outfit?
Yeah, Derek Viscaras, he's my stunt double, and he's awesome. Normally, like I would get into the studio, and he would show me a video of what the stunt team worked out for that fight, and then he would walk me through the moves, and we would do like hours of like conditioning and like just kicks and punches and stuff like that. And he is like super nice and super understanding, and he works with actors super well. So I was really fortunate to be paired up with him. And there was one moment where we were reviewing one of the shots, And I was like, oh, Derek looks great in the shot. And the Judo Master turns around and it was me. And I was like, wait, I did that? You know, so I sort of like surprised myself with all the training that they gave me that it turned out pretty well.
And obviously, like, I hate to bring up that obviously we're living in a slightly interesting world right now where, you know, we have COVID restrictions. Did you find that, and you did film during, you know, kind of the peak of COVID. Did you find that those restrictions hindered any part of the filming, or did everything still seem really laid back and straightforward?
How production handled our COVID protocol was pretty seamless, and I wasn't hindered by it too much. One annoying thing was like we had to do like all of our fight training in mask the whole time, and so we'd be like going all out for like hours and like huffing and puffing and still have to wear these masks, you know. So that part was tough, and I think due to COVID being so prevalent while we shot, we didn't have like, you know, like cast dinners and stuff like that. So I missed out on those like aspects, but you know, you do what you do. Everyone was safe, so I think that's the most important thing.
Definitely, 100%.
Awesome. Pivoting away, since I mean, Judo Master has become pretty iconic, and I think he nailed it for the way that everyone maybe expected him to die like right away, but then when he didn't, it was like, oh, this guy's going to play a big part, and I was stoked, and I watched loving you kick John Cena around. It was amazing. So you've been sharing on your Instagram a lot of fan art. Do you remember the first piece of fan art you received, and what was it of?
I think the first piece I received was like a Lego like fan art of Judo Master, and it was just so wild to me that like people, you know, would put their time and effort and talents to something that I was in, and like it's specifically my likeness, and so I sort of like I'm super impressed by seeing any of those pieces of art. So I think going forward, I will probably continue to show fan art just because, you know, they took time out of their life and to show love to us. So why not just, you know, showcase that and have a safe place where their love and effort could be shown, you know?
Yeah, I was like scrolling back through them over the past couple of days. You have some really talented fans. Like some people, I'm like, how do you even create that kind of stuff? It's pretty amazing. Yeah.
The fandom community is intense. And I can't
It's
wait for your
amazing.
action figure to come out. You know what I mean? Then it'll be real. Like we'll get you.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that. I think it'll be a bit of a surreal experience, just like walking through the store and seeing a miniature version of me.
That's so cool.
But I think also on Instagram I posted the bust of my head. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that was weird seeing that for the first time. I remember walking through the costume shop when they were doing my final fitting, and they showed me like a life-size 3D mold of my entire body, and I was like, huh, I'm taller than I thought I was.
How long did something like that take to create? That had to be quite the process.
Yeah, I think I started the 3D scan process in November, and they were finalizing it the last week of January.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. Well, one of the other things that you also post about on social media is your pottery, which is what a cool talent to have. I don't think I've ever met a potter, maybe a Harry Potter, but not a regular potter. So have you created any Peacemaker themed pottery, or is that something that you're planning to create?
Actually, let me hop off screen for 1 second.
Uh-oh,
well,
here we
asking
go.
you shall receive. Look at this.
I love it. In the meantime, I shall have another Cheeto.
So the post-production team reached out to me, and they were doing like the editors and VFX artists and stuff like that, saying that they would like to commission me to do rap gifts for everyone involved. So I came up with this. I don't know if you.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
Wow. Wow, it has the eagle on it too, and it's the right way. It's the right.
Yeah. So I did that for them.
That's awesome.
But that's all I've done so far.
How many of those did you have to actually make?
They're like, we need 35.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I actually made 30. And so I got back and I'm like, okay, let me try to finish this in time, you know. So it was a fun project.
What is the oven called when you put it in? Is it a kiln? Is that what I'm thinking of?
A kiln, yep.
A kiln. Look at that. Oh, another word of the day right here. K-I-L-N. Kiln. Huh?
You did it. You killed
you weren't
it.
Bumfuzzled about the kilns.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, that's so neat. Wow. Okay.
My pottery skills are very bad. I think like when I took a pottery class, like I made like an ashtray. So and I was 12. So so it was not good. It was
and I'm sure your mom still has it.
She does. Buried in the garage, probably somewhere with the rest of Josh's trinkets from that era. My sister's always got my sister's always got, you know, there's limited space on the mantle and there's limited space, and my sisters would make sure, you know, because my sisters are doctors and, you know, this and that. But I'll tell you this, I've told this story before. When you ask Alexa who my sisters are, she doesn't know. Okay. When you ask who I am, she knows.
That's very important, Josh.
Alexa knows who I am. I get validated by computers. All right. Well, seeing how you started off as a quasi bodyguard, so to speak, in this show, if you were a celebrity bodyguard in real life, who do you see yourself? Who would you want to team up with? Who would you want to be the bodyguard for? Maybe.
I feel like I would love to be the bodyguard for like The Rock.
Ooh.
You know, Dwayne Johnson.
Absolutely.
Because I feel like it would be such a frivolous job for me, because there's no way that I could protect him more than he could protect himself. So, you know, just.
Do you know what? Don't never say never, because with The Rock being Black Adam in this DC universe and John Cena being in this DC universe and they have a history. You know what I mean? They did wrestle 2 years in a row in the main event of WrestleMania.
They sure did.
You may end. You never know. You never know.
You know,
Charlie
they may
Davidson,
tap me. Yep. I'll come flying out of nowhere with a ki.
That's exactly it. Exactly it. I love it. And okay, so one of the other things, obviously, the show has been known for an incredible soundtrack and, of course, the intro. So out of curiosity, what would be the first song on the soundtrack of your life? Not JudoMasters, but your life.
Oh, tough.
Or an
I would
artist.
say maybe something from Eminem. Because I feel like I'm like super like quiet and like a pacifist, but like, you know, in my headphones will be like blasting like hardcore Eminem rap.
Do you have a favorite Eminem song?
It's fair. I want to say it's fair to be like Eminem era.
Oh,
right?
yeah, and
There's so many eras of Eminem, right? There's his original era.
Like, maybe like something aggressive like Stan or something like that, you know.
Okay. That's the Marshall Mathers LP is a legendary album, by the way.
Yeah, it's funny. I'll never forget the first time I heard Real Slim Shady, and I was like, who is this human? And he's still going, and he's still. So I'm assuming you watched the Super Bowl halftime show now?
I'm sorry, what?
Did you watch the Super Bowl halftime show with Eminem?
Yes. That was a great show.
So who would you like to see do the halftime show next year?
Ooh, next year. Tough.
Just to reunite D12 and bring Bizarre out. And
maybe like reuniting NSYNC with Backstreet Boys for like
that's a really good idea.
Member boy band.
Stop.
And you got to have 98 Degrees in there too, like as like an honorable mention.
Boy band.
Like, do we include like O-Town?
I was thinking O-Town too. That was the next two.
Right.
90 Degrees, O-Town. Now those are like the big four, right? Backstreet Boys and 90 Degrees, O-Town. There was, don't forget B2K was in there too, and they're
Right,
definitely
right.
part of the pop era. You know what I mean? They spawned some megastars from that group also. That's a really good idea. I like that.
I'm gonna see Joey Fatone in a couple weeks, so I'm gonna put it out there into the universe, and we're gonna.
I think NSYNC hasn't NSYNC done the Super Bowl. I feel like they have,
did.
and well, Justin Timberlake has iconically done it as well. So, with him and his Janet Jackson performance, which we will never forget. Which was like I remember someone saying that was like the birth of YouTube. When that happened, everyone went online to try and find the video, and YouTube was like one of those only sites that was hosting videos back in the day, and that's what kind of drove a lot of traffic initially to the site. I'm full of random, completely useless,
very interesting information.
Kilns and NSYNC. I know everything. I know a lot about that.
Well, just to talk about some of your other fandoms now, we know that you've posted a few times about Star Wars, which of course we all love. So are you watching any of the new series? And do you have a character that you gravitate towards most that you enjoy?
I like the A New Hope. And like I like, yes, the classics. And I for some reason like R2-D2 a lot, just because it's like so silly. And for Halloween I actually tried to dress up as R2-D2.
Really?
I tried to like
inside one of those.
Yeah, and just like roll through the streets with it. But it was so hard, and I was like trying to find like fabricators to help me make one, but like it was just too tough, so had to abandon that idea for now.
I mean, for now, but I feel like one of your fans that's maybe watching or is going to hear about this, one of them, I bet you can fabricate an R2-D2. So
yes, that would be great.
Judo Master and R2 BFFs till the end, right? R2 would have his he'd like pop open the little compartment and then like Cheetos pop out like.
Oh, stop. Yes, that would be perfect.
A Cheeto compartment.
A Cheeto compartment. Yes. Of course. He has a lightsaber compartment. Okay.
Yes.
Nothing is out of the realm of possibility. And, we just spoilers a little bit, but we just realized at the end of Boba Fett, R2 can fly an X-Wing by himself. He does not need Luke. He needs no one. He can do it himself. So, yeah, it was kind of miniature.
I'm a little behind on my
I did say small spoiler.
It's okay. It's fine. I'll survive. Jude wants to know who were some of your favorite superhero or super villains growing up?
My favorite superheroes, I think I watched a series. It's like an animated series called Gargoyles. I don't know. Do you guys know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We know Gargoyles.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So like that world is like so interesting to me because it was like pretty like dark and gothic, but it still has like that superhero action to it that I really liked. Who else? I grew up watching like Superman, like the Justice League. Like basically anything on Adult Swim I devoured. Yeah.
Man, a Gargoyles throwback. And isn't it on? It's on some streaming network now. I need to go back and revisit. But
I think it's on Disney Plus.
Is it Disney Plus?
Oh, is it?
There's so many incredible voice actors from that show. I don't think people realize like how many like iconic people do the voices for Gargoyles, but
that was a huge deal in the voice acting. And what was also big in that block was Darkwing Duck came on in the same like hour block. It was like, at least where I lived, it was Darkwing Duck and then Gargoyles would come on like 3 to 3:30 and then Batman the animated show would come on. And we'd be like,
yes.
I'm very
it was like
excited
I would rush home from school, get like a bag of pretzels or like make a peanut butter and just peanut butter sandwich straight up, sit on the couch with like some lemonade. I'm like, and I would watch every day. You know what I mean? Every day. And then my dad would get home with my baby sister, and then Barney the dinosaur would go on TV. Because this is, we're from the era when there was only like one TV in the house. And it was like, that was all you had was the living room TV. And I was like, no, we're going to watch Barney in chronological order for that.
Batman and Barney, the finer things in life, as you do. So,
right.
So no, we have a game. But before we get to the game, our final question for you. Obviously there's been so many amazing moments that have happened this season. So whether it was shooting or getting to live tweet the episodes after the fact, is there a moment that stands out to you personally as a moment that when you close your eyes, you just want to relive forever?
After the show or?
And anything, any part of it from start to finish.
Okay. I think one thing that I will cherish is on my last day of shooting, like for actors, like when it's their last day, they get like clapped out and like make a little speech and stuff like that. But on my last day, I didn't get to do that. And so James and the cast found out, and they sent me like this little video saying like how much they like loved working with me, and like that was really touching because they didn't have to do that. And now I have like this little clip which I might post on Instagram at some point of them clapping me out. So I thought that was really nice.
And you're gonna have that forever. Oh, that's so beautiful.
You deserve it,
love it.
You deserve it. You did an awesome job on that show. You deserve it.
Yeah.
You deserve to be clapped out. Clap them in right now. You know what I mean? That's right.
Thank you.
Anytime you
all the claps. All the claps. So no, we have a game. This is a game of Would You Rather. There is no wrong answers. Whatever answer you think is correct is correct.
That's
so let's bring up the graphic. Josh, do you want to read the first one?
My friend, would you rather have the ability to self-heal or have the ability to use the force?
Ooh,
I could get semantic here, but I won't. I'll do it.
Yeah, dealer's choice.
I think I'll use the force because I think it would be more versatile, and I think you can self-heal with that possibly.
Oh,
that's exactly where I was going. Smart man, a real Jedi.
Okay.
Well done, Padawan. Well done. Oh Council has approved you the rank of master.
Right.
Right.
I mean, there was some contention with that kind of stuff, but
there was. It wasn't really
Right.
until the newest one, Rise of Skywalker, that we realized just how much healing was possible. But we always knew
Right.
there was some degree of healing possible. We just didn't know it was that. You know, it was like Sidious told him, have you ever heard this tale of dark plagueis? Blah, blah, blah. So we've been teased about this resurrection healing for a while. Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer. All right, here's the next one. Would you rather compete with Steve Agee on The Floor is Lava or compete with Freddie Stroma on Nailed It?
Ooh. Okay, so do you want me to win or have fun?
That is up to you as well.
Because I think it would be fun to do The Floor is Lava with Steve, but I know for a fact that he doesn't like to do anything physical. So I don't think we would win that one. So I think I might have to do Nailed It with Freddie Stroma because I also love Nicole Byer. So and John knows her from Wipeout.
That's right.
See, it's all coming together. It's all happening. I love it. Okay, fair enough. All right. Here's the next
Moving
one.
on. Would you rather be in a production of Hamilton or be in a production of Moulin Rouge?
Ooh, tough. Both are great shows. I went to see Hamilton in December, and I'm planning to see Moulin Rouge in March. So maybe
I'm so
if
jealous.
I say Moulin Rouge, then maybe I can get like a backstage pass or something. I don't know.
That'd be nice. Oh man, how was Hamilton? Because I'm just like waiting, counting down the minutes till I can see it.
Oh, it was great. We saw it at the Pantages with a touring company, and they were so good. Hands down, would recommend always.
Do you have a favorite musical?
A favorite musical? I think the first musical I saw was Wicked. And that's like such a big, prolific one, and I'm sure everyone says it, but it was so interesting how they adapted the book into the musical, and all the songs are so great, and the acting I've always seen was so amazing. So I'll say Wicked.
Wicked's a great choice. It's
the role
a wicked
of Elizabeth
choice.
Is just powerful, just a powerful
Yeah,
role, right?
So great.
What a dream.
Excellent.
All right. Would you rather wear your Judo Master outfit every time you go to the store? So this is every time you leave your house, you're going to the store, whether it's Target, Walmart, wherever, or have to do the opening dance sequence every time you go out for dinner.
Wow, this is a tough one. I think I would wear the Judo Master outfit every time I go to the store. Because from what I found, I don't know if it's just like on set or in real life, when I put that outfit on, like people are like scared to come talk to me. So maybe if I put that on, like, I won't they won't bother me as much. They're like, what the heck is this little green pickle going about on his life? I'll leave him alone. So
See,
I'll do that one.
I feel like it's gonna have exactly the inverse effect. I feel like everyone would maul you, but you're kind of
You could have
popular.
a wicked tan too. You'd have a wicked tan with that thing.
Oh my gosh, terrible! Just like right here and just the eye hole.
And like half your arm is just
like a reverse farmer's tan.
Yeah,
it would be pretty intense.
Right.
I'll have a Cheeto to that. All right, next one, Josh.
All right. Would you rather have a pet eagle, eagly, or have an endless supply of Flaming Hot Cheetos, or we'll make an improv call, an endless supply of salt and vinegar chips.
There you go.
Okay. I feel like I might be messing up my career with this one, but I think I want a pet eagle. Because when I was like growing up, I'd go to the Renaissance Fair and they would have like falconers, and I'm like, this is the coolest job in the world. When I grow up, I'm gonna have a bird of prey, so eagle would be perfect.
Oh my God, man! The Renaissance Festival is currently here where I live. I guess they travel around. I haven't gotten to go yet. When you went to the Ren Fest, did you ever dress up?
The last time I went was with my school, so we didn't dress up, but I feel like next time, hopefully this year, if they have it, then I will definitely dress up.
You have to.
Shout out to falconry.
Shout out to falcons.
Noble shout out to falconry for sure. And they have the glove and like the raw meat in the bag. It's legit.
It's an art.
Scary stuff.
Falcons. Right. When I see that stuff, I'm always amazed, because it's like I'm incredibly amazed at how intelligent those animals can be. It is impressive.
Oh yeah. And even at like when you go to what are those, the place where they go and they joust at each other, and then they have the falcon medieval times, and the falcon's like flying like an inch over your head, and you're like, don't do it over my food. It's a little scary.
Yeah,
so was there ever
away with your turkey leg?
Yeah.
Here's a fan question. Was there ever a real eagle on the set, or was it all CG?
My scenes were not with eagly. When we were doing the intro, it was like a stuffed eagle. Okay. I think they had a real eagle on for maybe like a day or two, and then they were like, oh, maybe he doesn't like it here. So
his day rates were very expensive.
He couldn't find who he was supposed to hang out with because John is invisible. All right, never mind. So,
oh God. Okay. All right.
Because you can't see him.
Moving on. All right. We have two more left. All right. Here we go. You're gonna. Okay. So would you rather? Okay. Seeing as these are also HBO Max shows, would you rather have a Peacemaker crossover with Curb Your Enthusiasm or a crossover with Righteous Gemstones? Oh, this is weird. Okay.
Ooh.
Or we can throw in Euphoria too. Another.
That's a great one.
It's even darker.
That's a dangerous one, I think, to venture into. But I love the comedy in Curb Your Enthusiasm, so let's do with that.
Okay. We love Larry David.
We love Larry David.
So love LD. Okay. All right, Josh, you ready to bring it home?
Okay, and then finally, my friend, would you rather be cast in a Mortal Kombat movie or a remake of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon? Both pivotal martial arts films.
Right. I think it would have to be Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, because what Ang Lee did with the first one was just so beautiful, and like the fighting style and the story and all the actors. When I saw that, I was in awe, and I was like, I need to get into martial arts immediately to be able to do this, because it was just so beautiful and it's so great. I love it so much.
It was like a dance, it was just so flawless and ahead of its time, right? I mean, like something like that had never been done before. So yeah, what a phenomenal film.
I'm naturally drawn to like sort of the quieter aspects of like film and cinema, Yes, yeah, I'm excited to see if that ever happens. Would definitely be interested.
Perfect. Well, we've reached the end of the game, and unfortunately, we've reached the end of the stream, which this went by way too fast. But now I have to go find some street corn somewhere with Flaming Hot Cheetos on top of it. But before we do let you go, is there any final thoughts you want to leave us with here today?
I just want to thank the fans and the audience that have been watching and supporting us. You guys have been all so great, and we are happy to, talk with you guys, interact with you, and thank you for watching.
Thank you. And I know you probably cannot neither confirm or deny, but people are asking about season 2, which we know season 2 is being greenlit, but do we know anything about Judo Master?
Are you allowed to say anything about season 2?
We're not here to
rephrase it.
Pressure you.
No worries. Nothing has been released so far. So once it is, then I'll be able to say more about that.
Perfect.
Well, I think we can all agree that all of our fingers are crossed for you, and we're all hoping that we see you back in season 2 for sure. I think that's
my toes are crossed too. Yeah. Everything that can be crossed is crossed. I feel like Judo Master was like the breakout star of the season, mostly because of you. I couldn't see any other person in this universe playing that role the way that you did. And thank you for making this season so fun and enjoyable and funny, and like it's been such a joy getting to talk to you, and we appreciate your time so much.
Yes.
No, you're such a kind person. Thank you so much. Where can we find you on social media? What's your shout out your Instagram and everything so everyone at home can see you?
Instagram and Twitter. My handles are it's Nhut, ITSNHUTLE. And just wanted to thank you. Nice meeting you, Josh and Kid Cadet. It was so great talking to you. You guys are awesome.
Thank you. Well, before we do let you go, we're going to go over upcoming guests that we have. So tomorrow we have a bonus show with Paul Zaloom from Beekman's World. Next week we have Nicholas Wheeler from All American Rejects. Tuesday we have the original Robin from Batman and Robin. And then we also have John from Dukes of Hazzard and Smallville. So we got a lot of incredible shows coming up. And I'm just so happy that you've made my millennium getting to meet you and talk to you, and you're so wonderful. But all right, guys, until we meet again, have a wonderful rest of your night, and we'll see you guys real soon. Bye, everybody.